He's been accused of committing federal insurance fraud in a lawsuit. Okay. Now let's read this. Rob, is this a video?
Well, I have this. I'll show you this about.
Let me just read this and I'll come to you. So, Dr. Emanuel Hoston, an orthopedic surgeon and husband of the View co-host Sonny Hostin, is accused in December lawsuit fraudulently billing insurance. By the way, this is a Daily Caller story I'm reading. The lawsuit alleges Hostin knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services in exchange for kickbacks and or compensation, and names him among nearly 200 defendants in one of New York's largest RICO cases. Wow. Hostin's attorney, Daniel Twice, denies the allegations, calling the lawsuit a meritless attempt by a near-bankrupt insurance carrier to intimidate doctors and restrict healthcare benefits. The case involves claims that Hostin performs unnecessary surgeries on patients after minor accidents without exploring less invasive.
Welcome back to All Star Buzz, and thank you for joining us. Let's dive right in. Sonny Tin, co-host of The View, and her husband, renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. Emanuel Hoston, are now facing a scandal that could ruin both their careers and the public images they've so carefully crafted. Once considered a power couple, blending media influence, medical prestige, and financial success, they are now at the heart of a massive legal and financial crisis. Insiders have revealed shocking news. Sonny and Dr. Hostin have filed for bankruptcy. The empire they once built, one founded on high-profile TV appearances and an elite medical practice, is now collapsing under the weight of growing legal troubles.
Critics say that you make everything about race.
Yeah.
And what's your response to people when they say that?
My response to people is that unfortunately, because of the origins of this country and the original sin of this country, everything is about race. And that's just true, right? But if we were a country that could come to grips with our history, accept our history, perhaps pay reparation. Have a personal legal note.
I think the other one asking the question is dumber than Kamala, so she's a dummy. I watched her over the years. That is one dumb woman.
Donald Trump, I want to thank you for personally telling so many lies and committing so many alleged crimes and providing us with material on a daily basis. You help us do our jobs, and I'm so appreciative.
What was once a life of luxury, influence, and stability has now turned into a nightmare of lawsuits, public scrutiny, and financial collapse. But the most shocking revelation is that Dr. Emanuel Hoston has been named in a massive RICO lawsuit. Yes, the very same legal tool once used to dismantle organized crime syndicates is now being applied to a scandal that stretches deep into the medical field. So how did everything go so wrong? Reports indicate that Dr. Hostin's legal troubles began long before the bankruptcy filing. As a leading orthopedic surgeon, he once enjoyed an impeccable reputation. However, behind closed doors, lawsuits were stacking up, with allegations of medical malpractice, insurance fraud, and unethical practices. The real bombshell came when the RICO case was unsealed. The lawsuit accuses Dr. Hostin of orchestrating a multi-million-dollar insurance fraud scheme where he and a network of medical professionals allegedly billed insurance companies for surgeries that either never took place or were entirely unnecessary. Patients who once trusted him with their health now claim they were nothing more than pawns in a high-stakes financial game designed to funnel millions into the pockets of those involved.
For the work that he's been trained his whole life to do. So there are a lot of problems with it. But the notion that we are in a violent country, this country was built on violence. We're a very violent country.
Rob, you can stop. Yeah, you can stop it. But she's talking about the whole Luigi Mangione and all that situation. And mind you, she is not implicated in the lawsuit at all. But it's just, I mean, you're married. Tom, you're married. If your husband's doing something, if he's allegedly doing something like this, you guys would know if your wives were up to some nefarious stuff. But let's just not forget who she is. She's been, for years, lecturing America about morality, inequality, systemic failures, and look at her track record. How many times has she had to go on in the past 2 months and look at the camera and do a legal apology for all the stuff that she said on the show? And then she also, on Trump's win, calling the laws because of uneducated white women that Trump won.
We have to know that. This is accused.
All accused.
The RICO law.
What was once a life of luxury, influence, and stability has now descended into a nightmare of lawsuits, public scrutiny, and financial ruin. The most shocking development? Dr. Emanuel Hoston has been named in a massive RICO lawsuit, the same legal tool used to dismantle organized crime syndicates. Once reserved for taking down mob bosses, this legal action is now aimed at a scandal that stretches deep into the medical world. How did it all go so wrong? Reports suggest that Dr. Hoston's legal troubles began long before the bankruptcy filing. A renowned orthopedic surgeon with a stellar reputation, behind the scenes, his career was entangled in lawsuits accusing him of medical malpractice, insurance fraud, and unethical practices. But the true bombshell came when the RICO case was unsealed, revealing that Dr. Hoston allegedly orchestrated a multi-million-dollar insurance fraud scheme with a network of medical professionals. The scheme involved billing insurance companies for surgeries that either never occurred or were entirely unnecessary. Patients who once trusted him with their health now claim they were mere pawns in a financial game designed to funnel millions into the pockets of those involved. The RICO lawsuit tore apart the carefully crafted image of perfection the couple had maintained. Investigators uncovered a tangled web of falsified medical records, illegal kickbacks, and phantom surgeries, a scheme so intricate it could have been lifted from a crime novel. But this isn't fiction. This is the harsh reality facing Sunny and Emanuel Hoston. For Sunny, this scandal has been nothing short of devastating. Known for her sharp legal analysis and moral authority on The View, she now finds herself at the center of a story she once reported on. The woman who built her career on calling out corruption is now under the unforgiving glare of public scrutiny. The headlines aren't about her fearless opinions anymore. They're about her husband's alleged crimes and her own financial downfall. But the nightmare doesn't stop there. In addition to the RICO case, reports suggest that Sunny and Emanuel are now facing serious accusations of financial misconduct. Allegedly, the couple engaged in questionable financial dealings to sustain their lavish lifestyle, including designer wardrobes, luxury real estate, extravagant vacations, and an image of elite success carefully curated for the public eye. Now, with their empire crumbling, the couple has filed for bankruptcy, a move some insiders describe as a last-ditch attempt to protect their remaining assets. But is this really a financial necessity, or is it a calculated legal maneuver to shield themselves from mounting lawsuits and legal fees? Court documents reportedly reveal that their liabilities far outweigh their assets. Even with Sunny's lucrative salary from The View, it appears to barely scratch the surface of their growing financial troubles. Lawsuits, some of which could amount to tens of millions of dollars, threaten to completely wipe them out. Meanwhile, Emanuel's once glowing career in medicine is rapidly unraveling. The very practice that once provided them with financial security and prestige has become the epicenter of a scandal that could destroy them both. His reputation, once untouchable, now lies in tatters as the couple scrambles to salvage what little remains of their legacy. The RICO lawsuit is undoubtedly the most explosive accusation yet. Dr. Hoston is alleged to be the mastermind behind a vast criminal enterprise that systematically defrauded insurance companies through a network of unnecessary and fabricated surgeries. Investigators claim the operation involved multiple doctors, medical billing companies, and even hospital administrators, all allegedly conspiring to siphon millions from the healthcare system. If true, these allegations transform Dr. Hoston's once prestigious career into a cautionary tale of unchecked greed and corruption, serving as a chilling reminder of the dark side of the modern medical industry. For Sunny Hoston, the public fallout has been humiliating. A woman who built her career on exposing corruption and demanding accountability now finds herself at the heart of a scandal that threatens to destroy everything she's worked for. The contrast is stark. Once a fearless interrogator on The View, she is now the subject of headlines dissecting her silence. Her refusal to publicly address the allegations has only fueled speculation. Why isn't she speaking out? Is she protecting her husband, distancing herself, or simply waiting for legal guidance? Behind the scenes, tension is reportedly mounting at The View. Insiders claim producers are uneasy, worried that Sunny's legal troubles are becoming a major distraction for the show. Some even suggest that her future on the panel is now in jeopardy. And just when things couldn't get worse, new allegations have surfaced. Both Sunny and Emanuel are accused of attempting to hide assets in